3 heroes and villains I want to see in Battlefront 2. Star Wars Battlefront 2 has given us much to be excited about in the last few months. 3 eras of co-op mode, sequel Trilogy Supremacy, and the rolling balls of joy known as BB8 and BB9E. Still, us Battlefront 2 fans want more. We will always want more. New villain skins would be nice, additional blasters, above and beyond the ones we just got, would be amazing. However, I think most of us want some new heroes and villains. Something to spice the place up a bit. Up ahead are the 3 heroes I want to see added to Battlefront 2, and their 3 villain counterparts. Stick around to the end. Number 3 might be a little too obvious, but you'll still want to hear what I have to say. And to get my next list, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Number 1, Qui Gon Jinn and Pong Krell, the prequel era. Qui Gon Jinn was wise, yet reckless at the same time. Had he trained Anakin, the Chosen One may never have fallen to the dark side. Qui-Gon's connection to the Force also had very few rivals. So of course he'd be a great hero to add to the game. He'd have a powerful lightsaber attack, and be deceptively quick. For abilities, he'd have to have some kind of force push, an ability that confuses enemies, and a defensive ability that gives him unlimited blocking stamina, and increases the damage enemies take from deflected blaster shots. The only problem here is that the Republic side already has tons of lightsaber heroes. Pong Krell would be a ruthless villain. He'd be extremely fast and strong, and able to wield multiple lightsabers. He would instill fear in the troops that dared stand against him. For abilities, I'd have to have a terror or confusion option, whereas enemies can't fire their blasters, or maybe they even fire on friendlies if they do attempt to shoot. An acrobatic attack like Maul would probably be cool. He'd also have a force push or pull. Like Qui-Gon, it may not make sense to add him because the era is already loaded, but it would be cool to see him. Number 2, Kanan Jarrus and the Grand Inquisitor, Rebellion era. Kanan wins out over Ezra for me, just because he was more accomplished in battle than his apprentice. Kanan would be fairly powerful in the Force. Maybe not at the same level as Luke, Obi-Wan, Yoda, or Anakin, but still very, very powerful. As a team player, one of his abilities would have to be to buff his allies and let them see where the enemies are. Another would make him summon the Bendu, creating a storm like Palpatine and doing damage to enemies. Like most other light side Jedi, some kind of force push would also have to be included. As a passive ability, he would be unable to be blinded by flash grenades. His only weakness would be beautiful Twi'lek women. The Grand Inquisitor would be brute strength and speed, able to call on the dark side, but not to the level that Sith like Vader, Maul, and Dooku could. He would have a lightsaber throw, traveling farther but doing less damage than Vader's. Another ability would be that his lightsaber could spin rapidly on its axis for a short period of time, doing tons of damage. A third ability would be a mind trick, similar to Obi-Wan's. There could also be an ability where he places Luminara and Dooley's bones in a location in order to lure the Jedi into a trap, but that might come off as a bit morbid. Number 3, Ahsoka Tano and Asajj Ventress, the prequel era. Ahsoka Tano is the hero I most want to see. She's also the one I've seen lead every poll I've looked at on the topic. She, of course, would be yet another light side force wielder, though
I am no Jedi.
However, I just can't see DICE not eventually including her in the game. She'd be the fastest character in the game, with a jump on par with the Emperor. An ability where she did backflip and use both blades to attack enemies would be cool. Give her another ability that increases her speed even further, with unlimited stamina. And finally, an ability where she would disable enemy weapons, even lightsabers for a short time. Asajj Ventress would be equally quick, but maybe have a little more health and do more lightsaber damage than Ahsoka. She could have an escape ability that lets her jump twice as far for a few seconds. A force choke would be cool, though she wouldn't hold it as long as Vader. However, maybe she could move forward while choking, allowing her to attack with her lightsaber. The final ability would be something to do with her charm. Enemies would refuse to attack her while she flirts away with them. And a bonus villain, Cad Bane. Now that Bossk is in co-op mode, and more than likely Supremacy, for the Age of Rebellion, they could take him off the prequel era and bring in Cad Bane. He would need to be at least twice as powerful as Boba Fett, considering Bane would absolutely destroy Fett in a one-on-one situation. Yes, I said it. Anyway, that is my list of the 3 heroes and villains I want to see added to Star Wars Battlefront 2. Are there any that I missed? Let me know in the comments. Check out my Battlefront 2 live streams. If
you hit that notification bell, you'll know when they're coming up. Have a great day, and remember, the Force will be with you, always.